Hey, Today All Day. We've got a great show for you on this Monday morning, including an all-day exclusive chat you can only see here. Today was a special day here on the Plaza. It's International Day of the Girl, and we went all out to celebrate. We have a special story about two young women who fled Kabul amid the chaos. They shared their experiences and goals for their new lives here in the United States. Take a look at this powerful story.
We are back on the Plaza as we continue to mark International Day of the Girl and share very powerful stories of girls and women from Afghanistan.
Yeah, since the U.S. withdrawal, thousands of Afghan refugees who've arrived here in the U.S. are now hoping for better opportunities and a new life. And we're so pleased to be joined now live from Fort McCoy with Farzana Mohammadi and Nahid Sarabi. Ladies, good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Farzana, we are just sitting here marveling at you. You came all the way from Afghanistan by yourself. You were a Paralympic basketball star in Afghanistan. What was your journey like, and what gave you that courage to leave?
انگلیسی
خیلی شروع کن تا جایی که میتونی بازم ترجمه.
Okay. I passed a difficult trip to come into USA, and I think 6 days we passed to come in here, and okay.
It was difficult for her to reach the U.S. She made several attempts.
وایی که تا ما اینجا آمدم چندین روز در برگشت و بسیار سختیات دیدیم و فعلا خوب هستم.
She's feeling fine right now, but till she got to the base here, she had gone through many difficult days.
Yeah. Farzana, we were just marveling at your story. I mean, we were just picturing you going through the airport by yourself in that wheelchair. We're so happy that you're here safe. And Nahid, you had left Afghanistan prior. You got your education in India, got your master's degree in Germany. You came back. And then you found yourself fleeing once again. So I'm just thinking, as you sit here today and you reflect on what's going on, what thoughts go through you when you think of your home country of Afghanistan?
Thank you so much for that. That's a very important question, and that's how all girls, all young girls and my age are thinking about. We went back home to serve a country, to reconstruct, to have part in development of Afghanistan in the past 20 years. And once and again, I think when Kabul fell and all of us left, I saw like a building shattering to its foundation. And that's how it felt. And today, as I'm sitting here, I'm still thinking about thousands and millions of women, especially girls who are deprived of education right now. And it has been 23 days since girls hadn't been able to go to secondary school. And I really think it's so shattering to think that women and girls in Afghanistan are deprived of their basic rights. And as a girl who had received education, and this is my second time leaving my country, the first time, just the reason that I left Afghanistan, that I could not go to school, and I've had the chance to be educated. It pinches me so hard to think that millions of girls could not or may not have that opportunity to be where I am today. In a couple of years from now, if the situation continues to be like this.
And then just real quickly, Farzana and Nahid, Nahid, if you want to help Farzana, we certainly understand just what your hopes are for this new life, what her hopes are, what your hopes are, Nahid.
امیدت برای آینده چی است؟ چی توقع داری در
Okay. I wish I can started my basketball again, and I can make a good future for myself. I think I believe in myself.
Oh, we believe in you too. And Nahid, what's your dream now?
My dream is, it's not only about my dream, I think. As an educated Afghan woman, I have my responsibility as a person and also towards my nation. I want to hold myself back. I want to have a professional life in the USA, but also be empowered enough to help people back home. I think that's my only wish.
Well, you are well on your way, both of you. Thank you for your voices. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your courage, Farzana and Naheed. It's really lovely to be with you this morning.
Beautiful. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Welcome back. Today in the third hour, Chanel Jones brings us People Magazine's Girls Changing the World list. Take a look.
We are back with more of our celebration of International Day of the Girl. And right now, we want to introduce you to two teenagers who are already blazing their own trails here on Earth and beyond. I'm listening to your stories, and all of you guys out here on the plaza, and you're not even 18 years old yet. It's so impressive. Harshini, let me start with you. First of all, you get a school assignment, and then you find out because of all the things happening in the world, it's dropped, right? Most people would say, you know what? I'm leaving it alone. What was it about the passion that you have for this idea that caused you to go ahead and keep doing it, even though no one told you had to do it?
Yeah, I mean, I was seeing that in Michigan, which is where I'm from, COVID rates were getting worse, hospitalization rates were getting worse, and I realized that this project that I'd shelved off was now more relevant than ever, seeing that, people were stuck at home and obviously people who were getting sick with COVID, dealing with that oncoming medical debt, and also people who may have lost their job or were dealing with things like that, financial burdens, who previous medical debt, that would have affected them as well.
Taylor, I want to ask you about your openness about your ADHD. It's something I think so many people here can relate to, so many people at home can relate to. You actually renamed it. I'm curious why you did that and why you want to share so much of that experience with everybody.
Yeah, so I call ADHD abundantly different, happily divine, because many people look at my...
Woo!
Yeah. Thank you. Many people looked at me as a burden and a disability, and I feel like it's something that actually helped me through my educational career, and it's something that all of us have, and it shouldn't be something that you're ashamed of, something that you're proud of to be of who you are. So I thought I could switch it around and not make it less of a negative thing, but more of a positive situation.
To see you wear that blue NASA outfit and share that story, I think gives a lot of people confidence, a lot of people hope.
Yes.
I know it's rude to ask, but since you're young, it's probably not as rude. How old are you?
I just turned 18.
18. How old are you?
I just turned 17.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Still teenagers. And you've decided that you want to help people who have crushing medical debt. And I don't think a lot of folks watching and listening fully appreciate what that does to families. Is this going to become your life's work? Is this what you want to do after you graduate from college as well?
Yeah, definitely. Public health is a huge passion of mine, so definitely going forward with that is something that's in my future.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
No idea.
I don't believe it.
You know what, you guys?
I don't believe
the
it.
world is your oyster, my friend. And speaking of when you grow up, Taylor, I was just reading that before you head off to space, which I have no doubt you will do, you want to be an OBGYN.
Yes,
and help women.
Yeah, I want to give a positive and safe space for Black women. I've seen what my mom and my grandmother and all my family has gone through in the medical field, so I want to make sure I give Black women that safe space, especially other people of color in the medical field. So yeah.
Listen, I know it's International Day of the Girl, but I'm a man that's quite inspired.
Amen.
As you should be.
You're like emotional this morning. Hearing you guys talk.
You guys are awesome. How awesome are they?
Yes.
Taylor, keep shining your light and making us cry. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And to read more about girls who are changing the world, you can pick up the new issue of People Magazine on newsstands Friday.
Welcome back. Today on Hood and Jenna, we share a powerful story that I had the honor of covering. My mom, First Lady Laura Bush, and I traveled to Texas to meet several young women who have fled their home country of Afghanistan in search of a better life here in America. We shared their stories this morning. Take a look.
We know some people are off from school, some people are off from work. We hope that you're spending your morning with us. That, by the way, that's called That's My Girl by Fifth Harmony, which is appropriate because today is also International Day of the Girl. We've been celebrating all morning. Isn't, like, I'm sorry, but Rockefeller Center's electric today.
I can't believe it.
It's
There's people
nuts.
everywhere.
This morning from the crack of dawn when people arrived, they came, the Girl Scouts came, the Girls Inc. came, all these different groups showed up. It was super cool. So we're going to be visiting with them.
It's so much fun to be able to shed a light on all these incredible young girls who are just going to change our world. And we want to thank Riley and her dog Apollo. They look so cute. Thank you for watching.
By the way,
our show.
their color palette is on point. I mean, it's all perfect.
They are both beautiful. Keep those videos coming. Head to our website, tahodaandjenna.com.
Well, today is International Day of the Girl, and it was so, I have to tell you, like, sometimes you don't know there's a hole in you until it gets filled.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it felt like. Like, I felt fine when I walked in, and all of a sudden, I'm meeting all these young girls who are full of promise and ideas and hope,
Yes.
and, like, just they're innovative. I mean, weren't you kind of blown away?
Yeah, I think there's, like, you can be skeptical, like, if you just pay attention to the
Yeah.
news and think everything's bad, but the truth is there is so much good. There's all on the plaza were different organizations, young girls from high schools, from the Girl Scouts, from non-for-profits.
Yes.
And all of them are bringing such promise, you know?
If you want to see what the American dream looks like personified, on our plaza, that's where you saw it. It was like people came from all over, and they were like, they couldn't believe that they get to come here. Like, it was the whole thing, like in your story that we're going to show a little, like we get rights.
Yeah.
We get freedom. Like, we get, like,
No,
just.
it's such a, that
amazing.
conversation I had with these incredible women from Afghanistan, one of whom just left. And we had to actually conceal her identity because she was nervous for her family still there. It was such an interesting conversation, and one that has stayed with me because what she said basically is all we want is the right to be able to do something.
Yes.
And she said something that really broke my heart. The second they landed here in the United States, her 4-year-old, he's not even in kindergarten yet, looked at her and said, "Mommy, everything's going to be okay now." And I just think when you think about a 4-year-old who knows that, but to have to escape something like that would just be horrific.
And we're going to talk a little bit later with some girls who are from here, who are changing the world themselves with their not-for-profits and whatnot. But it's going to be really cool. Anyway, it's an inspiring day.
Yeah, we feel inspired. So, okay, well, how was your weekend?
Okay, I did something unique.
Something
you know
I'm
how you
jealous
always,
of.
first of all, we never do anything on the weekends. We always sit around, we say we're going to do something, we might walk to the park, maybe go to the diner for dinner. Same story.
Every time.
This time, we put something on the calendar. There's a place off of the tip of Manhattan called Governor's Island that only allows bikes and no cars or anything. And somebody said, you know, they have camping there. I go, they have camping on that island? Like, you mean you can camp in New York? Which means you take the subway to the tip of Manhattan, and then you take a ferry ride that's like 6 minutes or less, and then all of a sudden you're on an island looking at Manhattan, and it's beautiful. There was camping there, so we took the girls camping. Now, it's not rustic camping. Okay, first you get one of those bikes.
Those are so fun.
Wait, look. What?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God. Is that crazy? It's not really camping.
Well,
it's
that
like
is
a hotel.
camping with a bed, glamping.
Right. It is. But in the back, they have like a bathroom, and it's crazy cool. They do dinner. You can have dinner at this cute little place there. And then they have s'mores at 8 o'clock where they give you a little box. So you make your own s'mores. And it's lights. We were lights out by 8:45. We were all in
Can you just imagine all of y'all, all 4 of you tucked into a little bed?
Yeah, it was so cute and fun.
I love that.
By the way, it just reminded me, like, to actually do things that you, because I never,
no, I know,
ever,
neither do I. They're like, how was your weekend? I'm like, Hal headbutted me. That's my headline. No, we made sushi too. I forgot about that.
What do you mean you made it?
We made sushi. We got a kit from Gold Belly. You can get a kit. We got it through Blue Ribbon. You can order sushi kits. And Henry taught the girls, taught himself how to make sushi. And he was really good at it.
Wait, he rolled the rice with the thing?
Yes, I was just the sous chef. But anyway, that was really fun.
Today we are celebrating International Day of the Girl, and it's designed to promote girls' human rights and empowerment across the globe. And Jenna and her lovely mother, former First Lady Laura Bush, recently had an opportunity to meet some really remarkable young women in Texas. They fled their home country of Afghanistan in search of a better life, and now those young women are speaking out for the first time. And boy, Jenna, like a very emotional and powerful and revealing interview.
The conversation and the strength and courage of these women is just remarkable. They risked everything to make the journey to this country so that they could raise their children without fear and with the freedom and rights every young person deserves. Jamila and her sister Sharifa arrived in the United States 3 years ago, refugees from their country of Afghanistan.
Why my country, all of them fighting?
It must be really hard. This past summer, they watched in horror the scenes of chaos unfold in Kabul, the Afghan capital, after the U.S. troop withdrawal, not knowing where any of their family was and if they were safe. When you see the images on TV of your people in your country flocking to the airport.
Yeah, I cry a lot.
Sad, so sad.
My mom has been fiercely passionate about advocating for the girls and women of Afghanistan since her time as First Lady in the White House.
The plight of women and children in Afghanistan is a matter of deliberate human cruelty.
In November 2001, she became the first person other than a president to deliver the weekly presidential radio address. She used the opportunity to discuss the plight of women in Afghanistan.
And American women wanted to help. They really did. They looked at their Afghan sisters across the world and worried for them. And many, many women started programs.
Like Break Bread, Break Borders here in the U.S., a culinary training program for refugee women like Jamila and Sharifa to help them find jobs in the food service industry.
This is what it means to be an American to us, is to always do the right thing, to be a good neighbor, and to practice kindness and compassion every day.
Hi, how are you? And to share traditions, as the sisters did for me and my mom, showing us not only how to make Afghan dumplings.
Jenna, look, this is how it's supposed to look. See how they're like a little envelope.
That's how it's supposed to look, and look how mine looks.
Thank you. Good.
Typical. But also teaching us the songs they would sing growing up in Afghanistan while cooking with their own mother. So beautiful. What's your dream for your country?
One day, my country is going to be like other countries. The people, all of them happy together. They are not scared for something to happen to the children in the school or the home.
That's what we all hoped for Afghanistan.
We still hope it. And hope is why this young Afghan woman risked her life to come to America just weeks ago. We had to conceal her identity out of safety concerns for her family still in Afghanistan. The day you left, what was it like to say goodbye to your family?
Just crying. Yeah, I cry. Oh, sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I want to go, but like my heart is here with you. But one day I will help you. Don't worry. Just hope.
You have a young son. What's life like for him here?
When we came to USA, he said, Mom, now everything is okay.
Even with the newfound freedom here in America, her heart is still with her family back in Afghanistan.
Every time when they called to me, saying, please, my baby, help us. They don't have money. They don't have like food. They don't have water to drink.
I think it's hard for women here to even imagine. To be told that you can't dress the way you want or speak to the people that you want, to use your voice. Is that one reason why you wanted to speak today?
It is very hard because always they say don't speak. They just want to cut our sound. Women and girls, they don't have right. Their job is just cooking and sit inside the home.
So far, what has your life been like here in the United States?
The best life.
To have a voice, to have the power.
To have the right.
To have the rights. Like Jamila and Sharifa, she had to leave behind a lifetime of memories to find her future. Why should women here care about the women in your country?
Why not?
And all women want the same thing.
All women want to live safe, happy lives for themselves and their children.
Look at those sisters.
It's like such simple goals, such simple things. I mean, things we take for granted every single day.
When she said, I just want the rights, it took my breath away, because it is things that our girls won't have to worry about here. And so it's important that we remember our sisters all over the world. All of these women have or will receive support setting up their lives here in the United States. One of the organizations leading the effort is Welcome.us. It's a bipartisan initiative aimed important in helping and welcoming thousands of new refugees. So to find out more, because I feel like today's a good day to use our voices, we have them. You can scan that QR code right at the bottom of your screen. Welcome back to Today Talks and our exclusive content you can only see here at Today All Day.
I have to say, today, what, you're jammed in there?
Well, I don't really have much room for but we don't need it.
Sal, will you help us?
No, we don't need it.
No,
Do we need it?
Sal can help us.
We don't care.
Well, just because you can't, there.
Okay.
See? Thank you, Sal. Sal's a beautiful,
no, Sal, really, thanks for all
being.
you do.
By the way, today was a beautiful day, I gotta say.
Was.
I mean, this was one of those days. It's a holiday. A lot of kids aren't in school and people aren't at work. And to roll up and see a plaza full of all these cool young girls, I feel like that's your wheelhouse.
Well, I feel like it's yours, too.
It's both of ours. But there's something about the feeling today, which I thought, with all the different people we met, the girls who did the podcast.
You know what's so interesting? It's when I was a teacher, I taught 3rd grade, and my mom lived in D.C., so I would go after school, and it was my first year teaching, and if you ask any first-year teacher, it's just like the craziest year. And I remember one day I was like, Mom, I can't believe my kids could do this. Like, I was shocked. I gave them an assignment. It was a reading assignment, but they just like came with all this incredible conversation. And I said, like, I just couldn't believe they rose to that bar. I set like a college bar, and they rose to it. And my mom said, why? Why can't you believe they could rise to it? And I was like, well, no, I just was, surprised how good. She said, no, we can never. Our kids will meet our expectations. And it's so true. You look out here at these girls. It was almost amazing at how every single one of them was doing something.
The other thing I loved is often we do things out on the plaza. We have a big screen so everyone can see what's going on. And sometimes people are kind of engaged in the story that's on, but they're also, it's exciting. They're outside. Everybody was glued to every story, and they were beautiful stories of Malala Yousafzai, the story that you and your mom did with the Afghan women. And the other story that really touched me, there was a young girl who was trying to escape Afghanistan. She was a para-Olympic athlete, a basketball player, okay? She was bound by wheelchair. She was trying to get out of Afghanistan. Picture that crush of people you're seeing. Picture being all by yourself, which she was. She had no one with her to help her, and being in a wheelchair. She made it out of there, and I think it was several attempts to get there, and the fear of being all by yourself. And she said she wanted to play basketball. That's why she wanted to leave. And she didn't know that obviously in Afghanistan, the chances of her being able to play and be wheelchair bound and just be a woman doing something like that, it's unlikely. She fought through. She wound up here. She was on a plane. She's in the United States, dreaming of that day that she shoots hoops again. And I just thought, she's like so many kids, young kids who just want to have like a normal life. And
I mean, I think that's when I met with these mothers, these sisters, the one thing that I think resonated was that all mothers want the same things for their kids. We all want the same things. I was sitting next to my mother across from 2 sisters who have left their mother. They sang their traditional folk song that their mother sang. Their mother wanted the same thing for her girls that my mom wanted for us. And that's just safety, a happiness, like their wishes and rights. I mean, it's so simple and things that we take for granted here.
What struck me is when you said that they were singing that song, a song that in this moment in time in Afghanistan,
that's what they said. They said there's no singing now. We just want there to be singing again, which is, I think when we think about the simplicity of what they want, which is rights, safety, they want to make sure that their families are okay. Was that girl, the basketball player's parents, are they still there? Do you know?
I can't remember about how her family, I think her dad ended up getting out, and I think she was actually looking for some other players on her team. One was here, one was there, they were kind of scattered about. And I think she's worried because many are still there. And these are, these are women, these are athletes, these are just
all things that
sisters,
you're not really supposed to be.
Anyway, it was an inspiring day. I just felt like when we saw those girls outside that there's a big change coming. Good stuff's coming.
Lots of hope.
All right, that's it for this episode of Today Talks. Keep watching for more of Today All Day.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.